Hello, church. I want to quickly just speak to you about something that's very important for us right now, and that we should all really just take heed of. Hebrews 10, verse 25, it says that we should not neglect the gathering of the saints, as is the habit of some. That we shouldn't neglect the gathering of the saints, as is the habit of some. Now, habits form when we repeat certain behaviors for a prolonged period of time. And over the last 18 months or so, the habit of not gathering in many ways have been enforced on us, and we have unintentionally built the habit of not gathering. So when we read Hebrews 10:25, and it says that we shouldn't neglect the gathering of the saints, as is the habit of some, that we should realize that unintentionally many of us might have built a habit of not gathering, where going to church, for instance, was something that you would do 3 times a month, but now you only do it once, and the rest of and then you maybe join over Zoom once. We see trends like that, we see habits like that, and we want to encourage you when we read Hebrews 10:25 that we would make sure that we do not allow those habits in our hearts. It's detrimental for all of our personal journeys with Jesus when we are not so connected and slotted into the local. And what happens on a Sunday when the whole local congregation comes together with its leadership structures, where vision is being cast, where there's corporate worship, where the Lord breaks things open. There are things that happen that only happen in that space, and that's a very important space. And I want to encourage all of you to make that a habit, to be there. So yes, we encourage having weekends away and family weekends and all that. I specifically think that the Homie Sunday weekend, every last one of the month, is a nice one to plan those things on. But if it is on another weekend, I mean, we definitely encourage things like that. And we understand that not everyone will not be at church always. That's not what we're advocating for. But we cannot allow these habits that's been formed in us to rule in us moving forward, number one. Number two, that means practically for me that when we think of our weekends, we should think of Sunday mornings, and think if and how we can make it to the church gathering. And number three, when we are at home on a weekend, that there really isn't any excuse to be there. So, I mean, in my mind, when I think of most of you guys, when you're around on a weekend, you're at church. That's just the way I think about it. But I realize that the habit forming over the last 18 months has been powerful, and the human mind just works in such a way. And I want to encourage you to do the extra effort to make sure that you do not fall into such a habit, as it's spiritually detrimental. It's detrimental to us, all of us personally, and also the local body, and its operation and the things it's trying to achieve, and the kingdom it's advancing. So basics. I want to encourage you guys to make an effort of building a habit of attending Sunday services again. It's not that our attendance has been really low, but it's been a bit lower than what it can be. And I understand we can only be 50. And this week there were more than 50 people wanted to be there, but in my mind we should be around 100 that want to be there. And we're looking at creating an overflow room upstairs, should the need be there, which I think it should be. So don't think that because we can only be 50 that you're actually doing us a favor to not come. Once we see that there is a much greater need for more than 50 people to come together, then we do have the option of creating an overflow room upstairs for an extra 20 to 30. So please make a habit of it. Obviously, I mean, the enemy just loves keeping us out of this space. He loves keeping us out of our devotional times in the morning. He loves keeping us away from our spouses and our children. He loves keeping us away from our local churches. So let us make an effort to not allow that, and to build a habit of actually gathering with the rest of the saints on Sundays also. Thanks, guys. Have a lovely one. Bye.